Now whether you browsed Newgrounds in 2002 or you're still waiting for every Jaden Animations upload to this day, we can all agree that animation on the internet has been an ever-present force. I discovered animation online via YouTube at a pretty young age, and it sort of blew my mind. This art form that I've only ever seen on TV made by massive companies was being done 10 times better by one person. And I loved it. My dream in life was to become an animator. I love telling stories, making characters, drawing, everything I needed to be an animator. I even got a drawing pad for my 12th birthday. Although I outgrew my dreams of being an animator, I can still attribute my inspiration to roughly 3 videos. Creative Types by Animated James, Welcome to Hell by Erica Wester, and Diamond Jack by Rachel Kim. In this video, I'm going to break down these genuine masterpieces and just sort of talk about what they mean to me. So without further ado, let's get into it. Diamond Jack was released in May of 2017 by Rachel Kim alongside The Villain I Appear to Be, the song featured in the animation. Since its release, Diamond Jack has racked up an insane 34.2 million views and has a pretty dedicated fan base, creating art, covers, and edits. Although it's only 3 minutes long, Kim manages to create a compelling and engaging story using beautiful animation and a perfectly accompanying color palette. But enough of me LARPing as a critic. Diamond Jack tells the story of a waiter called Tia who steals a prized diamond from a rich business owner. She's tracked down and chased by the police and Matthew Broderick from the 1999 Inspector Gadget film. There's roller skating, helicopter chases, gambling, and even bombs. I mean, what more can you really ask for? After the whole chase, Tia manages to throw away the bomb and give the diamond back to Matthew Broderick just before she's arrested and the video ends. By stealing the diamond, she saved everyone in the restaurant, making her a hero and not the villain she appeared to be. And Diamond Jack is incredibly made and is just seeping with charm. From the way that characters move to blink and you'll miss it details. I cannot stress how well this video is made and I highly encourage you check it out. After my video though, please, I need that sweet watch time. Though there's no spoken dialogue in the video, you can still get a sense of personality from these characters just from their movement, a trick that Rachel Kim has definitely perfected. Also, a side note, Rachel Kim works for Disney now, so shout out to Rachel Kim. Overall, Diamond Jack, 10 out of 10. Perfect. Next time, I'd like to see less gems and more ends, am I right?
You know, I ought to arrest you right now with all that in your clothes. What's wrong with you?
What are you talking about?
Get this out of your pocket, man.
That's all me.
All of this.
Welcome to Hell is a 10-minute long animated story about a psychopathic child working for the devil to help people game end themselves, and I fucking love it. Released in June of 2013 by Erica Wester, and then again releasing a high-definition version in October of the following year. Combined, these videos have landed around 17.3 million views. Welcome to Hell follows the story of Sok, or Sawachowski. After game-ending both of her parents, she turns the knife on herself, which is when she ends up in Hell, where she meets, after a conversation about the failing state of the underworld, Mephistopheles assigns Sok with the task of tormenting Jonathan Crumbs, a depressed student that likes sandwiches, until he eventually Kurt Cobains himself. From there, we see Sok torture Jonathan through his day-to-day life, a trope that Matthew 4:1-11 would shamelessly steal 2,000 years prior. In the end, Jonathan doesn't game end himself because Sok kinda sucks at her job.
I think the more appropriate question is, why are you still here?
Because you suck at your job?
I suck at my job? I suck at my job? Jonathan, do you really think I suck at my job?
But it doesn't end there. In April of 2021, Wester released a teaser for Welcome to Hell 2, which I personally could not be more excited about. Though it's only a 10-minute long student thesis film, the comedy and storytelling in Welcome to Hell are out of this world and deserves every little bit of love it gets. This is the only non-musical video I've picked, but the voice acting is surprisingly good, and the rough animation style just sort of adds to the cozy factor the video gives off. If you couldn't tell, I love the characters in the story, even Ginger J. Schlatt, and it was a massive inspiration for me in my past animating dream. Overall, Welcome to Hell, 11 out of 10. Next time, I'd like to see Sok take on the role of Doomslayer in the sequel to take out the murderers and the network executives.
What if I can't do it?
Oh, well then you're fired.
Our final video for today is Creative Types by Animated James. Released in 2016, it's gained around 5 million views, and it's one of James's most popular videos. But you may know him from the Marvel musical, his coprophilia art, or grooming a 16-year-old. Creative Types was Animated James' final goodbye before discontinuing his channel after years of controversy. So we're going to have to do a little bit of separating the art from the artist here. Creative Types is more of a music video than a video with music compared to Diamond Jack, but it still holds up pretty well. Throughout the video, we follow 6 characters: the average Pyrocynical fan, 13-year-old Dream Stan, the Joker, teenager stereotype number 3, Freud a research subject, and Black Noir from The Boys. I know they have names, but I've never watched C Students, so... Each one of these characters represents a different form of creativity. It's digital art, writers, comedy, music, graffiti, drawing, or the eventual burnout faced by most creative people. The song is actually really fucking good to the point that I've pirated it onto Spotify, and some of the lyrics just hit a really vital point for me. And I do not blame you for questioning what I do. It doesn't matter, well technically it matters to me, but it shouldn't matter to you. Why I choose to live this way, it's no one's fault but mine, and trust me I'll be fine as long as I have my alone time. I don't really have a clue, despite what I think is true. I'm so pretentious. While I might be pretentious, I'm still no better than you. Now, I'd be lying if I said that this video didn't play into the individuality complex 11-year-old Unijoy had. But it was the first time that I've experienced anything pro-creativity. I don't think anyone's surprised to know that the education system is very anti-art, but watching Creative Types let me know that it's okay to be creative and to embrace those parts of myself, which is something I've carried with me all the way through my life. Hell, I even got an art GCSE, which something I was repeatedly told to give up on and was worthless. If you couldn't tell, Creative Types is my favourite video on the list, and it was just such a formative thing for me to grow up on.
I hated school as a kid.
So this video is going to be a little bit of anti-Tory propaganda. What's happening with the education system in the UK is fucking repulsive to me. If not for these animations, I would have probably just stuck to a subject that would have helped me get a good job or make money when I'm older. But having that creative outlet and that inspiration was so important to me as a child. No matter how much fucking Rishi Sunak tries to kill off the arts, creativity will always prevail. It's the one thing that every human has in common. The ability to create and artistic expression will live on tenfold compared to the businessman's assets. So much like the Minecraft video, this episode is ending with me telling you to go do shit, and you listening to me. So I have an art GCSE, and who better to listen than a woman with an art GCSE? Go find creativity. If you're not sure how, just experiment. The biggest enemy to self-expression is the fear of failure, and you holding yourself back. So take what you already know and just let your mind run wild. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies that can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues that can ever be seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, yet combinations of them yield more flavors that can ever be tasted. Literally Sun Tzu, Art of War. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.